Tonight, Charles Walker is serving life in prison behind bars. He's one of the two men convicted of killing teenagers Kamarion Wilder and Keyshawn Pittman in late 2022.
But to this day, he's continuing to say he's innocent and that police got the wrong guy.
Did you kill Kamarion?
No.
Did you kill Keyshawn Pittman?
No.
Did you have any reason to?
None whatsoever.
Police say that Walker was out for vengeance after the two teens stole from him.
Just last month, 11 Investigates brought you an exclusive interview with Walker's co-defendant Brent Kohlhofer. And now, lead investigator Brian Duggar traveled to Mansfield to talk to Walker.
And tonight, he brings you his story and the evidence Walker says should clear his name.
On Wednesday, Charles Walker will have his appeal heard in the 6th District Court of Appeals. Now, if those appeals don't work, and he's accused of killing two boys back in 2022, but if those appeals don't work, he will be spending the rest of his life here in Mansfield Correctional Institution.
I'm doing it.
On February 14th of last year, Don Eames comes to police with a story about how the murders of Kamarion Wilder and Keyshawn Pittman were covered up. Police and witnesses agree the boys were lured to the Maumee Avenue home of Corbin Gingrich, who was angry about a missing gun. They also agree Cruz Garcia arrived to the home and beat the teens over a break-in. But Garcia, Gingrich, and Don Eames say the teens were then turned over to two men who later murdered them. But after meeting with his pastor, Eames changes his story, saying his sister and Gingrich tell him to lie.
Like a lot of other stuff, like with Cruz, they said Cruz had somebody picked him up from my sister's boyfriend's house, which wasn't true. Cruz left with them. I seen it with my own eyes, and I was told to say that other people picked him up.
One of the other people is Charles Walker. On the stand, a detective says Eames is the only one who is truthful with them, except right before Walker's trial. They believe he is involved. So that's the story, that they lured these kids over to Maumee. Cruz and Corbin beat them, and then they walked them out to you. But maybe there's another story. Did you kill Kamarion?
No.
Did you kill Keyshawn Pittman?
No.
Did you have any reason to?
None whatsoever.
The jury's told Walker and his friend Brent Kohlhofer are angry about break-ins at their houses and that KP and Sean are behind it. But Walker says it was Brent's nephew, and he says it's clear who it is on the security system.
You can see Memphis, Amir, and I know his name is Vato Loco.
He had 10 cameras, so you clearly saw that this was Brent's nephew and his two friends. You had no doubt that this is who it was.
We knew who it was. Like Memphis' mom called and told us it was them. Talking about they're running around, doing all this stuff.
In fact, Kohlhofer's sister agrees, telling police her son is behind the break-in.
I mean, I'm not mad over a broken window. Like, I'm mad at the situation. I'm more disappointed in them than anything as far as anger and like, oh, you gotta die over a broken window. That just sounds stupid.
As far as the night the boys disappear, Walker says he was nowhere near the site.
I remember that day because it was the Big Ten Championship. Purdue was playing Michigan. I remember I took all bets against Michigan. I betted a handful of people. I don't know, I betted Brent, he's a Michigan fan. I betted him, I betted a couple of my dudes. I think I even betted Cruz on that. I think he took Michigan too.
At the half, he says he went to a bar downtown. FBI testimony actually agrees his phone is near that bar.
I ended up going downtown to Table 44. I got a couple friends down there who works at Table 44. We went down there and stuff, and I kicked it down there for probably about an hour or two. I don't remember the exact time. Then I know I ended up going home after that, probably around like 12, because I remember my one dude was calling me. I went and met him real quick, and he brought a little bit of weed off me, and then I ended up going to sleep for the night.
On December 15th, the teens' bodies are found in a burned-out home across from his house. Police say Brent and Chuck kidnapped them, killed them, and dumped them on Chase Street. But both men tell me it's a nonsensical theory.
Why would I do that? When my whole business is ran out of there. My mom is across the street. My uncle is next door. You know what I'm saying? My nieces and nephews run in and out that street all day, every day long. Wouldn't even make no sense.
Why would I go grab 2 kids from the south side of Toledo, bring them all the way to the north side of Toledo, to put them dead across the street from my house? There's probably, what, 10,000 abandoned houses in Toledo, and I chose the one dead across the street from my house? Like, that don't make sense to me.
After the fire, Walker, his girlfriend, and son stay at hotels for multiple days. Now at trial, prosecutors accuse him of fleeing the scene.
They had the road blocked from road to road. Like, when we was every time we would try to go home, every time we tried to do something, they was thinking we were spectators, and the cops was like, oh, hold on, there's a crime scene over here and stuff like that, was stopping people.
But they did go back home.
We went to go back home, they was having a candlelight vigil. And during that candlelight vigil, same thing, the cops had both the roads blocked off and stuff.
The couple leave again to a hotel with a swimming pool and jacuzzi.
You know, we just spent Christmas together there and stuff. Like, we had a Christmas party coming up like a week later, and then we went home the next day. Like, we was at home 10 days before I got arrested. That's not going on the run. What? Like, hiding from what? Like.
Now, Walker believes police did little to rule him out as a suspect. He has 10 cameras on his house, but none of that footage is put into evidence.
My camera sees everything. My camera, I can't sneak out of my house if I wanted to without my camera seeing anything going on.
Cruz Garcia tells police the teens are beaten by the men and stuffed in Walker's trunk, but no DNA is found in the trunk.
It just seems hard to believe, and then we drove him from Maumee Street over to Chase Street, and all that, every single thing that from there to there, like nothing happened. Like the trunk of my car, you can pull a little glow in the dark thing, and my trunk pops right open. Like, so it's just hard to believe that the story that Cruz and them tells even sounds believable to anyone.
Like Kohlhofer, Walker clearly believes Garcia and Gingrich are behind the murders.
And I mean, all the evidence shows that they lured them over there, Ubered a ride to them, got them over there to confront them about the gun and the drugs that they took from Corbin, and I guess somebody robbed Cruz's mom and put a gun to her head and took some stuff from him. Like, so that would seem like a whole lot of motive for them to get him over there.
Garcia tells the jury Kohlhofer and Walker tell him the boys are tortured and take information about the stolen items to the grave.
I don't even know where he came up with that story. I don't know where he came up with half his stories and stuff, but cremated, and they took it to the grave, stuff that he said, they took it to the grave. What did they take to the grave? They didn't take nothing from me. They didn't take nothing from Brent. What did they take? Cruz's stuff to the grave? Corbin's stuff to the grave? Like, they didn't take none of our stuff to the grave. Like, nothing was taken from us. We had no vendetta towards any of them.
As part of our 5-part series in February, we asked the families, did the police get it right? And they have no doubt.
I do hear that they still think I'm involved, and I mean, I can't make somebody feel something, but I can just truly tell you I had nothing to do with them kids being killed, and I feel terrible about it. It's a tragedy. And this shouldn't happen to them over nothing. It's something that's so pointless.
Now, my entire interview with Charles Walker is on our YouTube page. Now, Walker and Kohlhofer believe police targeted them because of a double homicide in 2015. And in our interview, Walker discusses that case and why he was initially charged. But we have extensive coverage of this story at WTUL.com, on our YouTube page, and on WTUL 11+. Reporting in the studio, this is Brian Duggar for 11 Investigates.